Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to the Audio Unicorn. I am truly, truly grateful you are here. Today, I will share with you my next production. I am slowly but surely getting there. Before I do, I wanted to talk to you about the importance of the progress, because as my journey is unfolding, I've realized something very important here. And it is the fact that it's so important to just focus on moving forward rather than trying to perfect every single step along the way. And the reason I say that, something I have started and embarked on, it could be overwhelming. I could very easily just say, okay, before I will actually get this started, I need to have an artwork ready. I need to submit this as a podcast to iTunes. I need to make sure I have really super duper graphics done and just everything, plan for social media. How do I market this? I have not done any of this. In fact, the very first episode that I've recorded was just pretty much done on a whim and was like, do you know what? I'm just going to do it and just see what happens. And then with each day, as you've seen, if you followed along the way, I have added different elements along the way. And I thought, is that going to be really groundbreaking if this isn't going to be the perfect launch, if this isn't going to be prepped and marketed and just entirely kind of, rehearsed in some way? I thought, no, this is not about that. It is about the very ordinary journey of me learning how to actually do the audio production, picking up all of the bits along the way. And I did want it to be raw. And actually, I think as a result, I've probably learned more and I've dived in. So step by step, I got there, and I'm very pleased. Actually, yesterday I have officially submitted Audio Unicorn to iTunes. It's there, so if you would like to listen as a podcast, you can now subscribe to a podcast, which is fantastic. I wanted to record it, but it was so easy. It took me 2 minutes to do it. I was like, oh wow, this is this easy? I couldn't believe it. I thought it was like far more complex process. But once you actually have your host set up, all it is just you copy the link over to iTunes. That was it. So yeah, super pleased. I've done it yesterday in the evening, late at night actually, and first thing in the morning I already had an email in my mailbox to say that it's out, it's been approved by iTunes. So super chuffed about that. And yeah, so just sort of going back, I think whatever you are doing, don't try to be a control freak. I often am, and on this one occasion I wasn't, and it scared the heck out of me. But it actually turned out for the best, because what I was able to do is just focus on one step at the time, move forward. I have a full-time job. I do a lot of things. My day is taken pretty much from the moment I sit down at this desk to the moment I finish. So this was an extra thing on top of everything else. And I was scared that it's going to overwhelm me, it's going to take over my time. And actually, from the very start, I said it's not going to take me more than 20 minutes every day. It can't take me more than 20 minutes every day because I haven't got more than 20 minutes every day. So that's what I'm doing. I don't do re-records apart from when I do not record audio correctly, which I have just done. So this is take number 2. But other than that, it's slowly but surely, slowly becoming a rather smooth process. So if you are embarking on something entirely new, just rather than trying to do it all at once, which I could have easily done, just do it little bit at the time. There are days where it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back, or more often than not, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I learn new things. It's not perfect, it's not polished, it's not rehearsed and beautifully prepared, but it's just me. And I think more often than not now, it's important to be just you and let the people like you decide whether this is good or not. So I'm letting you decide, and I hope you join me along the journey. So I am going to play you now my latest audio production. Today Mike has actually taught me something new that I didn't know, and it's such a simple thing. It's just how to add the vocal effects to a specific clip rather than the whole track. I knew how to add it to the whole track, but I didn't know you can switch between track and clip. So it was like, aha, this is how you can do it. So I started to sort of dive in and have a little play with all the various effects, and there is just a ton of actually pre-made effects, samples, kind of presets inside Adobe Audition. So I'm playing with those at the moment. I'm trying to see what is actually possible. Most importantly, I'm trying to learn all the terms that are used. You know, it's all new stuff to me. You know, there's a modulation, compression, there is mastering, there is flanger and EQ, and everything else. And I'm like, I just want to slowly but surely actually get to grip with all of the different names and different things for it and what they do and how they sound. So here is the audio. I do hope that you will get to hear it correctly. Now, I do have an audio interface, which has been my recent upgrade as well. I'm very pleased with. I'm a huge technophobe, so the moment it arrived on my desk, I was like, what is this? How am I going to work with it? But it actually works, and I'm slowly but surely starting to like it and embrace it a little bit more. I do need desperately labels as to what does what, so I'm hoping that what I'm about to play is actually going to be heard. So here you go.
Flashback Oldie FM special. The history and music.
This is distorted, isn't it? It's too loud. Hang on a minute.
Flashback Oldie FM special. The history and music and oldie programs.
Yeah, there's still little tweaks I need to do to my audio interface to make it perfect, but I am really chuffed with that production. I actually think that it came out quite cool, quite hip and funky. The other thing I'm slowly realizing that actually a huge part of what makes an audio producer is one, the effects he has to play with, effects and music, production music, the elements. I think that they are really half of the success of a decent producer. And number two is just actually kind of combining those together. So obviously that's the whole audio production aspect, but finding the right music, the right effects for the script, and kind of making it, I think that that's half the success. So anyway, I'm learning. I hope you are enjoying, and I really hugely appreciate your feedback. Any comments, thumbs up, just, you know, any love you can spare, I take it all. So thank you so much, and till the next time.
Flashback Oldie FM special. The history and music and oldie programs.